I wish to know who was responsible for last night's outrage.
Huawei Show. Huawei Show.
These my dear sir.
Oh yes, man. Welcome to the Huawei Show Radio TV. This is your boy DJ Grizzly, and today I'm hanging out with Mam Terry Nenjelele.
Yes.
Yes. And if you're asking yourself, Nenjelele, it's international, baby. Yes, and today, the topic, I don't know if I should say it's a sensitive one or it is something that people hardly talk about. We're going to touch on circumcision and HIV. Right. But before we get into it, like, where are you from? Like, what do you like to do at your spare time? Like, let's just find out who you are.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. My name is Terry Nenjelela, born Matike,
Okay.
married at the Nenjelelas.
Okay.
I'm professionally a human resource specialist
Okay.
with 26 years of experience.
All right.
I was born and bred and battered in Katriso.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a fifth child of the 7.
Number 5.
I'm number 5.
Like you number 5.
Yeah.
Also, you from a big family.
I'm from a very big family.
Like, is there a lot of brothers, a lot of sisters, or
A
mixed?
lot of sisters. It's 4 sisters and 3 brothers.
Okay. So between the 5 of you, who is the most prettiest?
Me.
Ah.
And the most yellow.
All right. So now, was it Terungene Upi School?
Konala Roma.
Roma.
St. Peter's.
St. Peter's.
My whole primary.
Yeah. No, high school. Where did
In
you
high school,
attend?
I went to Msupatsela.
Went to Musupatsela. And then studying HR.
Yibo.
Like, was that your passion? Were you like, it's a human resource, man, that's my thing when I finish
Let
school?
me be honest with you. It's by default.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me be straightforward. I'm born from a very poor family.
Okay.
My father passed on when I was 13. And my mom was a domestic worker. She was left to raise us, the 7 of us.
Yes.
So she struggled until we all passed matric. And then I had to see what to do.
Okay.
I went into HR by default because I was looking for a job. I started working at Leraton.
Okay. Were you volunteering or was this an actual job?
I was employed after grade 12
All right.
as an admin clerk.
Okay.
Yo, they made me work night shift the first day and I ran away. So then my friend hooked me up with a job in Mohali City.
Okay.
By then it was called Katriso Town Council in 1987.
87. Yeah, that's when I was born.
You see.
Yeah.
So I had to study part-time after getting that job.
Okay.
Because the job that I got into was an HR admin. I had a boss who was very good and he encouraged me to take it further.
Okay.
I registered with NISA and then I got my national diploma there.
All right. So now, your profession now, what do you do now?
After 26 years of work experience as an HR specialist, I got tired
Okay.
of managing people. So I felt I've got passion to help people. Let me rather get into an NGO space.
Okay.
Because originally my passion when I grew up, I wanted to be a social worker.
Okay.
Because I have that heart of helping others. You know, maybe it's from a background that, you know, when you struggle, nobody knows you struggle. So I don't like seeing people struggle.
Okay.
So I went into an NGO thinking, it's my business, I'm going to sleep. Yeah, hectic. It took me back to people management because as the director and the founder, the CEO of that NGO.
What's the name of the business?
Rekopane Drop-in Center.
Rakopane Drop-in Center.
Yes.
Yes. So, what does it do?
Originally, I wanted to get, like I'm saying, I've got a social work, a welfare heart. I wanted to help poor people,
Yeah.
particularly kids
Okay.
and women who are, needy.
Sorry, gents. Yeah.
So, that route, I couldn't win for whatever reasons that I don't want to dwell into. But by God's grace, I was identified by an international company called Global Fund. It's trading as Nakosan.
Okay.
That company took me for a NGO management capacity building for 18 months.
Okay.
And
Were you doing the studying this side, or did you
No,
relocate?
I'm studying as I was working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the capacity building was so excellent and I did well. Then they recommended me to shift from social welfare into health,
Yeah.
That's when then I was introduced in a space of HIV/AIDS response.
Yes. So, but prior to you being introduced to the HIV/AIDS response, have you ever had any experience with a friend, a family member who had AIDS?
Sadly so.
Yes.
I lost my niece,
Okay.
my sister's son.
And did that affect you in any way when they were like, okay, I think just rather do the AIDS thing? Were you okay with it, or were you like, okay, let me...
I was not okay because the mandate was that in the HIV/AIDS response, I need to assist the sex workers to access health services because, because of stigma and discrimination, it's not easy for them to attend a facility, So the mandate was that I'm giving this program and then I must take the sex workers and give them all medical services that they need. At that time, I was not yet fully capacitated, so I had to refer them either to the clinic or to another NGO.
Okay.
So in that space, I fell in love with the way I saw the help that I'm giving to this vulnerable population.
So, what's the worst thing you've ever heard from a sex worker coming to you asking for help, and what type of help was it that they needed?
Yeah. Originally, I was stereotyped because I judged them until I worked with them. Because I thought they are sex workers because they love sex. No, until I built a relationship with them and trust became so strong that some of them actually divulged to me that it's so painful to be a sex worker because you do something that you don't want to do. Because of what? Economic reasons. Some of them, the background, they've got to feed, there's unemployment rate, it's very high. Some of them were trafficked, into doing the job. And
so nobody necessarily volunteers to say, this is my job now.
Not all of them.
Okay.
That is the lesson that I learned from that program.
Okay.
And I got attached to them to such an extent that, I wished I could employ all of them who need help. But
So do you have some that you work with at the NGO?
I have some that they are stuck with me because they still need services. Even if my program, the sex work program, got to an end,
All right.
I still have them in any other way, psychosocial service, when they need mental therapy and other stuff.
So coming back to you getting let's say a contract, saying, okay, so now you're gonna start working with AIDS. Like your first month working with it, how was the experience?
From that sex work program, DOH identified me also, and I applied. There was a proposal for HIV/AIDS response, and I got the job because I was already introduced in the HIV space because of that sex work program. So then, to me, continuing with DOH contract as a partner in AIDS response was now easy because I started with that other program. Yeah.
So, as we are in a situation where young people, even at school, fall pregnant and clearly they're not using protection. Do you have more adults coming in for the AIDS program, like them needing help, or do you have young people that are coming in? I'm trying to see like which dynamic is it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Our methodology or our work strategy is that you have the organization must always be out there. It's a community-based program.
Also, they don't come to you; you go to them.
I go to them.
Okay.
We pitch tents. In my demarcated space, which is Grizzly.
Okay.
And West Village.
So those tents, is it the camping tents that you always see?
No, I'm not using camping tents. I'm using gazebos, which are branded with my organization.
Okay, because there's a time we saw people, like, I don't know what they do really, but I'm assuming maybe they do the AIDS testing and whatnot.
Okay.
So how is the confidentiality when a person says, okay, test that, and you find, I mean, it's an area, so people know each other.
Yeah.
Like, how do you control a confidentiality if someone finds on the spot they're not healthy? How do we keep it quiet and help this person?
It's a prerequisite. When you get into that space, it's highly required that confidentiality is key. A doctor or a nurse or an organization confidentiality thing is key. And my staff knows that there is no way that you can know somebody's status and go around talk about it. Actually, that thing, the confidentiality thing, is a barrier that makes people, including the sex workers, not to access health facilities. Because they're complaining that when they are in the health facility, it's public, everybody's there, they see you in the queue.
Yes, test. I get to be thinking, one kids,
yeah, not even testing.
Yeah.
If you go for your treatment, they somehow know that, this one, pakamapilis. You understand? So the gazebo is a safe space where that person knows that when I'm in the gazebo, nobody sees me. It's me and the lay counselor. So they prefer that safe space.
So let's say, for example, mang urile, a person is sick to a friend, and that person told someone. How do you deal with that?
I've never experienced
You've never experienced it?
No.
Okay.
I've never.
All right. So everybody respects the contract.
Everybody respects the contract.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never.
Right.
But should it happen, obviously consequences should take place.
And since we are on the topic of AIDS, sorry. So I read somewhere, there's a certain new pill, or if not a needle, I'm not 100% sure, that you use now that can prevent someone who is not HIV positive to sleep with someone who's HIV positive and not contract it. How true is this?
Yeah, it's you're correct and you're not correct.
Okay.
Let me correct you. If there's a pill, you are correct. It is called PrEP.
PrEP.
Yeah.
Okay. Preparation or just PrEP?
No, it's a pre. It means you have to be negative to use it.
Okay.
You can't use it when you are HIV positive.
Okay.
It is only meant for people who are negative to prevent you getting infected.
Okay.
You take that pill every day. It's not a once-off hurry. Today I want to go and have sex, so I can drink it today, then tomorrow I leave it. You have to take PrEP.
So it's a lifetime thing.
Yeah, boo.
Okay, because us guys in the gym, we talk about things. Like it's a men's conference at gym. So we advise each other. So someone would say, no man, if you sleep with someone without protection, you just drink PrEP 3 days.
No. There's PrEP. It's pre. It's the one that you drink to prevent getting infection.
Okay.
There's PEP.
Oh.
So they
okay.
are telling you about PEP. PEP is a post-exposure.
Okay.
If you slept with somebody and you suspect, because you didn't use condom, you suspect you might get infected, you take PEP. It's a
PEP,
post-exposure.
Oh, okay.
So there's 2 pills.
All right. So PrEP you take, like it's a lifestyle
You're
thing
preventing, you don't want to get infected.
now. Okay. So
PrEP.
here's an instance. You sleep with someone, or sing sharp, and then you get PrEP because we're unaware, like there's PrEP. When I wasn't, then you drink PrEP from the following day till on. Is that still not gonna work?
You're not going to get PrEP before you get tested.
Okay.
So the minute you want PrEP, you must know your status. The health worker must know your status before it can be issued to you.
Okay.
So your status must be negative.
All right. This is a new thing. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Now that I know there's a PEP and a
And a
PrEP,
PrEP,
you
yeah.
know? I'm trying to clear the air with this thing, like the pill that you can use to not get infected.
The PrEP.
Yes. And then there's another one that I came across. I don't know if Ikupula, like the blood with a person that's infected reaches a certain point and then they become healthier. It's sort of like a cure. What is that?
I think the information comes out wrong.
Okay.
The very same treatment that you take as an HIV positive person is antiretroviral pill.
Okay.
You know the pill.
I know the pill.
That pill, it is required that you take it religiously.
Okay.
The same time every day.
8 o'clock.
Every day.
'Cause that's the
Religious.
time
You
we
cannot
know.
say today I'm drunk or I'm going to drink.
You
I'm
must
not
take
taking
it.
it. You need to take your your treatment ARV pill every day the same time. Now, research has discovered that there's a concept called U is to U, undetectable, untraceable. What does it mean? It means if you are religious in taking your ARV to an extent that is why you hear other people say when people start taking ARV, they look much
better. Yeah.
they look beautiful.
Babu,
Exactly. So it builds your immune system, and then you not necessarily that you are negative, but it once it is so much in your blood, it is possible that you can sleep with somebody and not affect.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So now jumping into another interesting topic, circumcision.
That's why I'm here.
Yes. So there's circumcision in Tabin, which is deemed you are a man now. And then there's circumcision at the hospital, which is deemed that you are trying
You are
to have
not
a
man
better.
enough.
No, you are trying to have a better sex life because.
Or sometimes some men say if you go to a hospital you're not man enough.
No, from the people that I talk to.
Okay.
But no, when you go to the hospital, you're trying to have a better sex life.
Okay.
So, I'm trying to understand something from my view, from what I've learned. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
I heard Uti, when the person who has been circumcised sleeps with the person without protection, they take a lot of infections from this person due to the foreskin.
Exactly.
Is that something that's true?
That's true.
Okay.
When you are not circumcised,
Yeah.
there's a very high risk of you getting infected.
Okay.
Whether it's HIV or, remember there's also STI, sexually transmitted infections. So whether HIV or STI, you are bound to get infected.
So the question that I was trying to get to is, so now, you haven't been doing anything, like you have no cuts whatsoever. It's just the urinal,
natural
yes, it's there. You have no cuts. Don't have anything, and you sleep with a person not knowing the status, right?
Uncircumcised.
Uncircumcised.
Okay.
You know, like, is there any risk there if you don't have any cuts? Because we assume, Uguti, the only time you will get anything is through like a cut through the top of the penis or the side. You know,
the foreskin itself, the biological makeup of the foreskin, easily, you know, hide infection or bacteria or whatever. I mean, you know how it looks like so many folds and whatever.
Yeah, I know.
You know? So the makeup of the penis itself,
yes,
uncircumcised, is a health risk.
Okay. So do you know anything about the mountain circumcision?
I know because
yes,
a lot of my family has gone there.
All right, can we start there? Yeah. The experience that you had with the person that has went to the mountain for circumcision, did you think it's something that is healthy? Like, we are not trying to disrespect anybody's traditional beliefs, you know? We're just trying to get to a certain point. Do you think it was healthy or it is healthy for a young person to go to the mountain for circumcision? Because we see knives that are slightly blunt, you know, there's no painkillers, you know, it's scary, you know, but people go there and they come back, but some get sick,
some die. So
when are your professional opinion on it? What is it?
It's an opinion.
Yes.
My opinion. Although it will be clouded by the next person's cultural and traditional belief. But my honest opinion is that it's the health side of it. I think they can better that in terms of maybe those people who conduct mountain one, if they can be taught to be health conscious. It satisfies the needs of people who believe in that, because as I'm sitting here, that is one of the reasons why I need to conscientize people that look, as much as you are an African, you are culturally and traditionally orientated.
Yes.
You can also be open-minded in terms of doing a free voluntary medical male circumcision in a facility, you know, whether a service provider or in a hospital. To me, it serves the same purpose. But the engagement, the lessons that I've learned with the men and the boys that I'm trying to convince every time is that, if you do the medical one, you're not man enough.
Yeah.
So we're struggling into making sure or convincing people to say, at the end of the day, your foreskin is cut. And the pain is the same. So what is it all about?
But you know, I'm thinking about it now. I think there's more to it than just foreskin. I think it's going to the mountain that's
makes
more
you
important.
A man.
You know? But ages. What ages can a young man decide with, okay, mom, dad, or myself, let me go get circumcised?
We're starting from 10 years.
From 10 years?
Up, yeah.
Okay.
You can do it anytime. From 10 years upward, it doesn't matter.
And the application process for it? Are we doing it online? Do we just rock up go facilitator? Okay, today get ready. Guys, I'm here.
No.
Okay.
With us, it's a program. The reason why I'm here is it's the second point.
Yes.
In preparation, like you said, at schools, there's a lot of problems there. Hence, we target school holidays so that when the school closes, then we are able to circumcise the students. But in terms of older people, it's anytime.
Okay.
This one that I'm preparing for is targeting the school holidays for students.
So is this something that because you go to the people, like you
Yes,
said,
we-
do you go to schools and say, okay, there's a program, if you want to be circumcised, speak to your parents so they can sign certain forms for you to come?
It's a tough one.
Mm.
There's, according to me and my efforts, there's no synergy between Department of Education and Department of Health. Because Department of Health is saying, make sure that the kids are circumcised. Department of Education doesn't give us access to the schools. I'm talking of myself, I don't know, other people do have access. So I don't know why there is no, the Department of Education, there is no consistency, because some organizations claims that they are given permission to access kids in the school. But with Rikopani, we only mobilize in the street. We do social mobilization in the street.
So, but siding with the Department of Education just briefly, I think they possibly just stopping it because these kids need to make their parents aware. Or don't you need parents' approval to circumcise a child?
It's like I'm saying, it's again another prerequisite.
Okay.
You cannot do any service to anybody without consent. Even you must sign a consent form that, yes, I'm here, I want to test for HIV. So whatever happens, there should be consent, that covers me, indemnifies the organization in terms of saying, you came and you agreed that, yes, we can test you. So the same as with circumcision. A 10-year-old or a minor cannot sign a consent form.
Yes.
So we need the parent to consent. And attachments, obviously, of the parent's ID and the kid's birth certificate on the consent form.
All right, because there's things that we talk about, we come across as guys. Let's say one of my peers goes for circumcision, and he experiences like the penis problem, like he gets infections and whatnot.
Doesn't heal properly.
Yeah. So how do you deal with such?
We do get such cases. We refer back
Okay.
to the medical doctor who did the circumcision.
So, is this something that we blame you guys or not following the process of keeping the infection off?
What happens before circumcision? The health workers of Rekopane do some information session.
Okay.
To the parents and the kids, how to take care of the healing process, what to do and what not to do.
Okay.
When to take the bandage off.
Can you give us the steps, like just quickly?
It's
me. I just came into the facility, got circumcised. What now?
You're not circumcising by me.
Okay.
You are being circumcised by the doctor, not
Okay.
the.
Do I choose to go to Kibata?
No. Because we make appointments with the facility, and
Okay.
on that day depends who's doing the circumcision. We also don't choose.
Okay.
Because the facility is not controlled by us. We simply make an appointment on such a date, and then it's agreed that you can bring 10, 15, 20 kids on the 2nd of October. Then who does it?
You don't even know.
I don't even know.
No, but my experience was great. Like, honestly, I didn't even feel any pain.
That's good.
I didn't feel any pain.
It was a medical one.
It was. I went to a facility here in Kachis.
Okay.
Walked in, they're like, oh no, boy, after 2 days because it's full now.
Yeah.
Process, and
Because
it
you're
was
an
fun.
adult, you signed the consent yourself.
Yes.
You booked yourself, you signed the consent yourself.
And at that time, coming to my next question, it was winter. And Kasama, it wasn't open. So, it was suggested by a lot of people. People talk about it. No. You don't circumcise guy winter, you do it Kasama. I mean,
Kasama,
the other way around.
that is the myth.
Yeah.
That-
Like, can you just explain to us like this myth so we can fix it?
My honest opinion is that people's belief, when you believe something for a long time, it becomes real.
Yes.
So my coming to you say, help me sensitize the community that circumcision in summer is still circumcision, and you get healed the same way that you get healed in winter. Because it's not the first time that we're doing it. And when you look at the kids that we circumcised, within 3 days, the kids are healed.
Yes.
Whether it's summer or it's winter. So the two platforms, to me, they serve the same purpose of circumcision. The only difference is that the one is traditional, the one is what do you call it, improved or
Yes.
or Islam or whatever, So that is what is confusing people.
Yes.
I went to Entabine, I'm more a man than you went to the hospital. I don't know what is it all about, but maybe it's
just
male
egos.
thing,
Yes,
ego
it's
thing.
male egos.
Yeah. But we need to teach,
Yeah.
and I would love to have men ambassadors, if you can become one for me.
Yeah, I am. I'm agreeing. I'm signing. Pepper putting a sign of consent.
When you are with your friends,
Yes.
whatever that I'm sharing with you, I'm expecting you to share with them, in terms of prep, the corrections, that information
Yes.
that you had, what is prep, what is PEP. I can even bring pamphlets. I've got pamphlets that you can also give or read more,
Because I love reading. It makes
Exactly.
sense,
So
yes.
I can drop off the pamphlets that gives you the information on both.
Okay.
And
All right. So what information would you also like to add, or what is it that you want to continue talking about that I've missed, like during the interview?
You are so good, In terms of circumcision in
Yes.
summer, you have covered almost everything. Although I would like to emphasize shifting the mindsets, stereotype mindsets of men and boys, so that they should accept that the two procedures, whether it's traditional or it's medical, it serves the same purpose.
Okay.
But over and above that, the background of my program is based on what we fall under South African National AIDS Council,
Okay.
which is the mother body of the AIDS councils. And then the very same SANAC, in short, I don't know whether you've heard about it, has a national strategic plan
Okay.
for HIV/AIDS.
Yes.
And that national strategic plan.
I'm sorry to cut you. I see you're in a mood to talk about it. Sorry to cut you. There's something that I didn't ask you that is very important. Now I'm thinking about it, that a friend asked me this. So when you are circumcised, what less risks do you have of contracting STDs and STIs?
99.9%.
So, by that, does it mean if I sleep with a person who has HIV and I'm circumcised, I might not contract it?
Not really.
Okay. So 1% still counts.
1% still counts.
Okay.
You are not 100% safe.
Okay.
You must still continue to use your condom or your PrEP, prevention.
Wonderful. Yes. The organizations. I'm thinking about it now. Yes.
Yeah, so the National Strategic Plan is what guides us in terms of HIV/AIDS response.
Okay.
Because it has goals that we need, as organizations in that space, we need to reach or we need to achieve those goals.
Yes.
And the main goal from the 4 goals is the goal number 1 that says we have to make sure that we reduce or prevent the infection of HIV/AIDS, STIs, and TB. As you know, that TB is an opportunistic disease coming from the HIV infection.
Is it?
Yes.
So I appear it through dust, through kissing,
It does.
through someone coughing and not
It does.
blocking.
It does. It
Okay.
also does. From long time, really Banyani people used to suffer from TB before HIV/AIDS.
Okay.
But then it has been discovered that also the HIV/AIDS it might attack your system, it actually attacks your immune system, makes it weak.
Okay.
So when your immune system is weak, you are vulnerable to many diseases.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay.
TB is one of them.
Number 2.
It
I get it,
depends.
there's 4.
Oh, the goals.
Yes.
I would love to focus on that one because the other one is researching, you know.
Okay. Researching on your end or researching from us, the public?
As an organization, I need to continuously research
Okay.
in terms of how best can we respond to HIV/AIDS thing. If you look at my profile,
Okay.
it has the 4 goals.
Oh, I saw them. Yes.
Yeah, these are the national strategic planned goals. You
Yes.
know, so I spoke about number 1, where it requires us to break down all the barriers. And the reason why I'm here, I'm breaking down the barrier of stereotyped men and boys. You
Yes.
know. So that is one of the barriers that I think is hindering our progress in achieving what we want to achieve when it comes to circumcision.
Yes.
You know, so the second goal talks about maximizing equitable. It ran away. The third. Let me speak about the third one because I
Okay.
know it by heart.
All right.
The third one is talking. That's the one that talks about researching. You know, and then the second one is talking about maximize equitable and equal access to services.
Okay. Equal access to services, meaning you can't say because go Western area, I can't get help.
No, I can't chase you away.
Okay. Is that the equal they're talking about, or is it something else?
It's one of them.
Okay.
The other one is the ones that when I did my sex work program, my clients were struggling with because they couldn't easily access medical services at the facilities for fear of stigma. When they get there, they say, okay, you know.
Yeah.
Number 2, adolescent girls and boys, teenagers, they don't access equal services to the same way because when they get to the clinic, the poor girl is 12 years, she wants prevention, then the health worker will tell them, well, it's prevention. So those are barriers that makes people run away from attending to the facilities.
Okay. All right. And then the last one?
The fourth one is talking about a fully resourced and sustained and efficient NSP led by revitalized, inclusive, accountable institutions.
Okay.
So accountability is where you as a health worker, you need to understand that it is a constitutional right for all citizens to get treatment, to get health services, you know.
All right. Okay, no, we'll put it up the screen so people can also read it themselves as we talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, is there anything else that I missed?
You are awesome.
Yes. All right, man. Ladies and gents, this was Rekopani Drop-In Center. Oh, where is Rekopani Drop-In Center?
Rekopani Drop-In Center is based in West Village, but for now, because of the crime of the Zamazamas, we didn't leave West Village. We're still in West Village. We're still servicing. We're still testing people at West Village. We're still linking people at West Village. We're still circumcising people at West Village.
Okay.
But we've got another office in Krugersdorp next to SARS.
Okay.
That is why our tents are every day in Krugersdorp.
Right.
When you see a tent, Rekopani Drop-In Center, that is our tent.
Okay, next to SARS, private hospital, SARS.
Yeah, boo.
Nemo. All right, no, wonderful. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and check out our website.